Okay, today we're going to talk about the differences of the Kohler Command V-twin connecting rods. We've changed them over the years from different designs and different factors like that. This rod here is the billet rod we had currently sold in 2015 and before. This rod here is the Commie rod that we started selling, I believe, a year or so ago, and this here is the new billet rod. This rod here is going to replace these other two rods. Kind of the differences of them are, both these rods use the better grade 12-point bolt. These use a cheaper cap screw. And you can kind of tell like the differences in these things here. There's a little difference in physical size of them, but not a lot. They're all pretty close to the same size. What we've gotten, we just recently acquired an FEI analysis for our computer, which is finite element analysis. We can test stresses in the parts, and we change it. Now, this here was the Commie rod. We'll set that off to the side. Here's the two differences of the billet rods now. And you'll see the differences in this pocket here and in here. We made it a more of a ball shape and moved this up because this was a stress area right through here. And if the rods always broke, they always broke right through here if you had too many runs on them. And you also get some cracks down here. So we designed that, changed it to give this more beefy through here. It weighs slightly more, but not a lot, because we took some thickness off of here a little bit in some other changes. We eliminated the bearing lock. We felt we weren't ever having issues working on them, so we eliminated the bearing lock on there because it's got the locks for the tabs for the rod bearing anyway. That keeps everything in check. We had more trouble with single centers than anything. So that's the difference. We also made clearances on this thing here, where you see these rods are clearance to the edge here like this. That's if you use these rods, and we do it for all programs. If you got a smaller diameter piston with the 750 pin right, it's hard for that rod to get up to the bottom. There's a radius in the bottom of that piston pin boss to make it not go in there, so we did it ahead of time so it'll fit better. But that is the differences there. All the same torque and all these is all 20 foot-pounds of torque. And the old rods always had it on the side. These have it on the side here yet too, torque to 20 foot-pounds. And this size is the length. Like a 4.605, that would be a rod for a 3-inch crank with a 750 pin height piston. With that before. This is a Midwest Super Cub 348. That particular rod would be for a 2.5-inch stroke crank, the 2.525 crank with a 750 pin height piston. And then this one here is a stroker rod, which is the same length as this. So you can kind of tell there's not a lot of differences in how they're made, but they are a little bit the Commie rod versus the billet rod. You can kind of tell the difference there. The beam is a little bit thicker on the billet rod than this Commie rod. And that's the difference why we always rated these rods at 8,500 RPM. It didn't have as much meat through here, and it had a cheaper bolt. So now these new rods are going to be, they're on the element analysis, they're stronger than the old rod was. So this is going to be a better rod, and we improved the way we're manufacturing it and got it more efficiency. So they're a new lower price in 2016 for the billet rods. They're going to be the $140, I believe. Same price as what the Commie rods were. So you get the customer gets to save some money, and they get a better product.